actually got into a whole fight with the San Bernardino County Building Department. I wanted to build one of these Calearth super adobe domes. But here's the thing, before you can even apply for a building permit, you have to have architectural plans of the structure you want to build. And Calearth used to sell them, but not anymore. So this was in 2021. So I went to Calearth and I took their tour. It was really awesome. And I asked them about it. And they said that San Bernardino no longer permits them. And so they don't sell them because they don't want people to spend their money and then be disappointed and they can't get a permit. On their website in the frequently asked questions, it says they do sell the plans. I couldn't find them for sale on the website. In another part of the website, it says that they are working to update the plans in order to make them compliant with the California building codes, which is great, and they'll be ready later this year, but I don't know when that was updated. So for me, the next best option was strawbale because I wanted to build in the desert, and these have great insulation. And that's where the fighting came in. I got plans from an architect that designed many strawbale homes that had been built and permitted in California, and I got an engineer to stamp them who was licensed in California, who also engineered a bunch of strawbale buildings and got them permitted in California. And I submitted them to the San Bernardino Building Department, and they said no. They would not accept an engineered design. They would only accept a prescriptive design. Prescriptive means that you have to follow the California strawbale building code to the letter, everything that it says in there. And the strawbale code hasn't been updated in a while. Now, an engineered design is when a structure doesn't exactly comply with everything in the code, but an engineer who is licensed in California does all the calculations on it, stamps it, and says, hey, this is structurally sound. This will withstand everything it needs to withstand. Most building departments will totally accept that. Now, my engineer, I think, got offended. Come to find out, the person checking the plans was not actually an engineer. The plan checker had an associate's degree. So, of course, he couldn't check engineered designs because he didn't have the knowledge necessary. So we went over his head to his boss, who upheld what the plan checker said, and we changed the plans. We greatly reduced the number of windows in the house. There was one last sticking point, which is that one of the walls on the interior of the house was a traditional stick frame wall. And he said that's not in the strawbale code, you can't mix designs. But like, what is gonna happen? Are they gonna burst into flames where the regular wall meets the strawbale wall? No. Then we went over his boss's head directly to the building official of all of San Bernardino County, who is an engineer, looked over the plans and said, this is fine. And this took like a year. Even before that, I had called the building department and asked about the domes, and they told me like, oh, well, it will have to be an engineered design, and as long as it complies with the engineered specifications of California, then it'll be fine. But that wouldn't have been true because the strawbale house was an engineered design, and they didn't want to accept that.